Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Gids, and today I am going to be doing a first impressions video from a brand that I love, a fragrance which I'm very excited to be doing a first impressions of. But I just wanted to say apologies because I know I've been slightly absent for a little bit. Life kind of got in the way, work was a bit overwhelming, but I'm back and I'm excited to be making more content. Let's get into the video. So this fragrance, as I said, is from a house that I really do admire and have a lot of love and respect for. It's from the house of Chanel, and this fragrance, I believe it came out as a Middle Eastern exclusive. I'll just show you it here. This is Le Lion de Chanel. This is from the Les Exclusive line of fragrances that Chanel have. And yes, as I said, it came out in 2020. I think this was a Middle Eastern exclusive, probably to kind of win favor with that kind of market in the Middle East. And then it came out earlier this year for the rest of the world. Now, I don't normally do blind purchases. I try and avoid them just because I've not always had the best experience. But I saw this for a great price. There was a promotion that John Lewis were running, and I thought, all right, I like Chanel. I like the idea and sound of this fragrance. Let me go for it. So I'm going to do my first impressions of this fragrance right now, and I'm going to give you my honest thoughts. So let's spray first on card. I'll also do on skin as well because I think it's important to do a bit of both. So I'm just going to spray on card first. Okay, oh, spray's lovely as always. Okay. Wow, this is really interesting. Okay, first thing to note is I'm getting some sort of bright, sort of citrusy notes coming at me. So there's something quite bright in the opening of this fragrance. Now I know that there is lemon and bergamot in the fragrance, but at the same time, wow, this is quite strong as well. This is very, very strong. There's something quite smoky and rich about this fragrance as well. Even a bit incensey, if that makes sense. So there's something quite smoky, quite dry and almost incense-like about this fragrance, but there's also a slight lemon citrus opening to the fragrance as well. So I'm kind of getting a lot coming at me right now. Wow, this is very, very strong, by the way. I heard that this fragrance is quite a strong fragrance and has a lot of power. And I mean, you would expect that from a fragrance called Le Lion. And by the way, the story of this fragrance is really cool as well. All the Les Exclusives are sort of paying homage to the life of Coco Chanel, and this one was called Le Lion because it was actually Coco's zodiac sign. So she was a Leo, and she incorporated a lot of like lions and things like that into a lot of her collections, and on her jackets they had, the buttons had lions on them, and she was very into astrology apparently, so this was a tribute to that. Now, it's very, very interesting because there's something quite smoky and dry, but also incensey at the same time about this fragrance. It's even like a little bit animalic at the same time as well, so it's quite beastly. I know that sounds a bit weird, but it is quite a beastly fragrance. All right, let me spray a bit on my skin as well, so we just can get an idea of how it works on skin. Yeah, this is really, really strong. Very strong fragrance. I don't think you need to spray a lot of this. Very, very rich. So this, the main things that I'm getting from this is it's kind of smoky, dry, incensey. There is a sweetness in the fragrance as well. So there is some kind of, it is reminding me just a little bit of Coromandel, but if you're thinking you're gonna get something similar to Coromandel, I don't really think so. I think there's something slightly there that reminds me of Coromandel, but just really, really slightly. So there is a little bit of sweetness as well, maybe from some sort of vanilla, but this is a very, very powerful, smoky, kind of dry, even leathery. I would say this smells a little bit leathery at the same time as well. This is really, really interesting fragrance. It's very different for Chanel. I don't know all of Chanel's fragrances, but the ones from the Les Exclusives that I've tried, there's something quite polite about them and almost quite restrained and very elegant. Whereas this one smells quite bold and it's really in your face. And I don't know, maybe they're trying to say something about Coco Chanel as a character, because she was quite known for being, you know, breaking down barriers in terms of changing the way that women would dress and being like a fashion pioneer. This is really nice. So I'm kind of what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna keep seeing how this fragrance develops. So far, I'm really, really liking what I smell. I'm gonna be honest, when I first sprayed it, I was a bit like, oh, there's something animalic coming at me. I don't know what that is, but interestingly enough, it smells very different to the card and on skin, which is probably why you should really test fragrances out on your skin. I'm liking it so far. So this seems to be a good blind buy. I'm gonna keep obviously seeing how it develops on my skin, but what I will do as well is I will keep wearing the fragrance for a couple more days, and then I will probably do a more in-depth review of my thoughts on this fragrance. But so far, I'm really, really enjoying what I'm smelling. Yeah, I didn't think that Chanel would come out with something like this, but it's interesting. And I think because it was aimed at the Middle Eastern market, they probably wanted something which had a bit more oomph and power behind it and would really stand out from the rest of the collection. And I do think this really does stand out. So also in terms of who I think it's marketed to, well, I do think this is unisex, but I have heard a lot of women saying that they find this fragrance a bit too masculine for their liking. I can understand why. There is some kind of leathery, very kind of smoky facets that I'm getting in the fragrance, which might put some people off, but I think this would smell amazing on anyone. And I can imagine that as this keeps developing, it's just gonna get better and better. So like I said, I'll keep wearing the fragrance and then I will check in and probably do another review, an updated full review of the fragrance, because I think it needs a proper review. This is obviously just the first impressions, but so far, so good. Yeah, I'm really, really liking this. So I will keep you guys updated. But yeah, those are my initial thoughts. I'm enjoying what I'm smelling. Have you guys tried this fragrance? If there is anyone who's tried it or owns it, please comment down below and let me know what you think of this. But yeah, that's all I'm going to share about this so far. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. I'm going to be making more videos very, very soon. And also, London has opened up, so I will be making vlogs, etc. very, very soon as well. It's just been a bit crazy with work, a bit hectic, but I will manage my schedule a bit better and I'll be back to do more. Guys, thank you so much. And if you're not subscribed, do subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, guys.